There is this inherent power of one-sided love that nobody talks about. And today we are going to discuss just that. A lot of people would say, let's fall in love, or I would want to fall in love. And then there is another catchy phrase that speaks about rising in love. I have a question to ask you. Where is this love coming from? Welcome to Mind Healing with Bhavesh, and today we are going to explore this topic quite deeply. A couple of months back, there was this somebody who came to me, a man who was married for almost like 7 years, and he felt that his partner, his spouse, was not so much in love with him anymore. And he was completely in distraught. He was saddened by that feeling. And it's not just this man. Over a period of quite a few years, I have had many people come to me regarding this particular issue, where in a relationship, in marriages, they feel that their partner doesn't love them anymore, or doesn't respect them anymore, or doesn't need them anymore. And this becomes a major reason for their unhappiness. So I asked this guy, let's call him Rajeev, I'm not going to name him. I asked him, what does it make you feel? And he says, of course, I don't feel very good about it. It makes me feel really sad that I have to, come to you to discuss my relationship issues. So I said, no, but my question is, what do you feel when you feel you don't get that love from your partner? Now, this is not just about Rajeev or a man. There have been many people who came to me. There have been women who came to me who feel exactly the same for their spouse in regards to not feeling that love anymore. Women often have this complaint that their partner doesn't seem to care so much as they used to when they got married or before marriage. And he said, I feel lonely, I feel sad, I feel empty, I feel unworthy. For what do I need to do to be able to find that love in her eyes, which I can't see anymore? What do I need to do to be cared for? And I also want to be cared for just like anyone else. And I asked him, was it always like this? He says, no. I mean, when we got married, it was one of the most beautiful periods of both of our lives. We were very happy. We were like inseparable, and there was nothing that one could complain for in life. So I asked him, back then, how did you feel? He said, I felt hopeful. I felt the life is promising. I could feel, I was elated with emotions. I was high on life. Every opportunity that was coming my way, I was running for it. I was achieving goals. I was progressing. I was so passionate because I was feeling that feeling of love within me. And I said, okay, so where did this feeling come from? And he says, obviously because I was being cared for, I was being loved. I said, no. Where did this feeling come from? Did she do anything? Did she give you anything? He says, yeah, of course, she gave me her attention, her time, that love and care that I'm talking about. I understand all of that. Just tell me, did she give you that feeling of love? And he said, I felt it within me, but obviously because of what she was doing. So he says, that means that feeling had been there with you. So in a way, we could say that with whatever she was doing, she was helping those feelings within you to come to the surface. And he says, yeah, we can say that. So I said, the feelings had always been there with you. And today, what do you feel? You feel lonely, you feel disheartened, you feel empty, unworthy, hollow, whatever you feel. Where are those feelings? He says, I seem to have lost it. How could you lose it? And where would you lose it? He had no answer. So I said, could it be that these feelings have gone back to the core where they came from, and that still is inside you? He was confused, and I clarified that, see, Rajeev, no one can give you a feeling. They can do certain things to invoke those emotions. They can bring about those feelings, but the feeling has always been there within you. You probably did not need someone from the outside to give you those feelings. The feelings were always within you. Today, because she stopped caring, or whatever reason that is, today you feel empty because those actions are not there. Those triggers are not there, but the feelings are still there within you. उसने कहा कि हाँ, मैं ये चीज़ मान सकता हूँ कि the feelings have been within me, but how do I get them back? I said, okay, so one thing that we need to establish is that there is nothing that you can, feeling of love is not something that you can have or possess. It is there, always. And that also means that you cannot ever lose them. It's always within you. Now the question is, you are asking me, what do I need to do to feel that love again? Or for her to do something? I said, forget about her at the moment. Just think about you. What do you need to do to feel love? And then this follow-up question came up where I said, Rajeev, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? And he says, well, my name is Rajeev. Then he spoke about what his qualifications were, his personality type, which country does he belong to, which area was he born in, what is, like, how many family members are there. I said, okay, all of that is something that you have gained when you came into life. But I'm asking you, who are you? As we can imagine that he did not have any answer for that. So I says, beyond all of your qualifications or your personality traits, there is this being that is you. We cannot categorize it or define your being. It is just being. It is you, right? So if, let's say, somebody loves you, let's say you are an IT consultant. If IT consultancy was something to be loved, then it could be n number of people who are IT consultants. This person can love anybody. If empathetic was a personality trait, probably she would get in love, she will fall in love with anybody who's empathetic, but she fell in love with you, right? There is something inherent that is your being that she fell in love with. So when I talk about this being, this is this formless energy that you are. I'm not talking about bones and tissues and this body that we have been made of. Everything is same in you and me in terms of the constitution of what makes us the human being. But there is this thing that we have been born from, and that is the energy. And that energy, in its formless form, is love. So you're made out of love. Let me elaborate this a little. A child is also born of the same love as you are. And a child, when we look at them, look at a particular child, we feel that love, we feel that how cute this baby is, and we fall in love with her, his or her actions. We think of this kid as pure essence of God. Does this child have to do something to feel that love from us? It just has to be. It doesn't have to do anything to gain our love. It is inherent property. It doesn't need to do anything for that. It doesn't need to do anything to catch our attention. right? We are also made of that same love. So there is nothing that we need to do in order to feel love. It is already part of us. We are born out of love. Every being is born out of love. So there is infinite love within all of us that we just need to tap into. And in this whole process, you do not need anybody from the outside for you to access that love. Anybody who says, I fell in love, they talk about themselves. I fell in love. Regardless of who this person is. It's not specific to a particular person. Which also means that it is accessible to us anytime we want. We don't need a trigger from the outside to feel that love. It is with us. I can feel what is within me anytime I want. I have the access to it. Do I need to rely on someone else on the outside to bring it to the surface? I can, but what if I don't need to? Can you imagine the power you have? Now, could this also be called as unconditional, selfless love? Sages and mystics have been talking about this for a very long time. And to be very honest with you, a few years back, if somebody would have told me or spoken about this unconditional love, I used to get scared, because that meant that you're supposed to love somebody and not expect their love back, which means either you'll sound or seem weak and desperate. But imagine being in a state, and I also want to talk about this, that love is a state. Love is a state of being, is a state of consciousness. Love is a quality of being. I can be in love, I can feel love anytime. It's a state. So when we talk about this selfless love, I used to feel that we will be seeming like weak and desperate, but it has its own power. Imagine I can give you love and I don't need you to love me back. Imagine the power or the freedom within this feeling. I can give you as much love as you want or as I want, but I don't need anything from you. I am not dependent. I am not desperate for you to return it back to me. I have so much that I can give it to you. I don't expect anything back. Now, usually, and you would agree, that people are drawn to people who have that sort of freedom. People are drawn to people where they can get themselves filled up. That void inside them, they always need somebody to fill that void up. If you become that well from which they can quench their thirst, if you can become that abundant self, who would not fall in love with you? Because we are empty, we feel empty, we are not aware of this infinite love within us. We feel we have to get it filled by someone else. You do this, please care for me, and that is when I will feel that I have enough. But I don't need, because I know what I have inside me. I don't need you. You're more than welcome to come along, be a part of my journey, but I don't need you to fill me up. I can fill myself up. I am abundant. मेरे पास इतने resources हैं, इतना कुछ है कि मुझे आपसे कुछ नहीं चाहिए. इनफैक्ट अगर आपको कुछ चाहिए, आई एम मोर देन हैप्पी टू गिव यू, बिकॉज मेरे पास वो कमी भी नहीं होगी वाली. इमेजिन दैट पावर एंड कंसिडर दिस. If you encounter such a person, would you not want to be around with that person always, all the time? Somebody who has infinite resources. So feeling love is something that you already have within you. You do not need someone from the outside to spark that love within you. You do not need someone to do something so that finally you can feel that love. Life can still seem promising. Life can seem like a miracle, like heaven. And imagine all of this can happen without anyone being there. If somebody is there, well and good. But if nobody is there, a lot of people are searching to find that true love so that I can finally feel happy. I can feel contented. I can feel validated. But the truth is, you do not need anyone to make you complete, to make you feel whole. Because you are whole and you've always been. It's just that you've forgotten. And through this video, that's what I'm doing. I'm reminding you of what's there inside you. Everything that you have been looking for is right there inside you. All you have to do is to remember. There's nothing much you have to do. There is nothing, in fact, you have to do. You just have to be. Be who you are. Being does not require doing. You already are the love that you're looking for. You can feel love anytime. It's a state of consciousness. You can feel love anytime. It's just a thought away. It's a switch. You can just press it, turn it on, and suddenly you feel, oh, I feel that love. Do I have somebody around me? No. Do I need somebody around me? Not for this purpose. And suddenly that splurge of emotions come. And I'm suddenly excited about life. Yeah, I can do a lot of things. Yes, I can achieve any goal. Yes, I feel happy. I don't need to feel sad. I don't need to feel lonely. I don't need to feel depressed. I don't need for you to validate me. I don't need for you to make me feel special, because I feel special already. Now that power, nobody can take away from you. That's an asset. That's a gift. Gift that each one of us has been provided, has been blessed by the universe. I think this will stay with you. I hope it does. I would love to know what you think about it, and maybe you can comment below to let me know what you think about it, and if you have any doubts or maybe examples of how you would like to share anything related to this. This is Bhavesh Ahuja from Mind Healing with Bhavesh. I shall see you around in the next video. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and be the best version of yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.